Alright, this is number 7 from your Lesson 1 homework. Looking at the triangle at the right, 4x minus 9 would be equal to x plus 15 due to these marks right there and right there. That tells you those two sides are equal. As long as we have two sides equal to each other, we do not even need this side here at all. So this is an isosceles triangle, and this is how we would set up the equation. Alright, we would do 4x minus 9 equals x plus 15. The very first thing you're going to do is get the x's together. Okay, then you get 3x minus 9 equals 15, so I'm going to add 9 to both sides. You end up with 3x equals 24. So that's 3 times x, so we got to divide both sides by 3, and we get x equals 8. Alright, we'll clear that out and move to number 8. Alright, for this recording, they're asking the measure of angle T. Angle T is traced out right there. And what you need to recognize in this picture more than anything is because of that mark and that mark, that tells you this is an isosceles triangle. So because it's an isosceles triangle, we also know that the angles across from the equal sides, so that one there, and if I draw across that one there, are both congruent. Now that we know these two angles are congruent or equal to each other, we need to write an equation that says they are equal to each other. So we're going to say 8y minus 15 equals 3y plus 20. After that, it's just following your algebra steps. Subtract 3y from both sides. You end up with 5y minus 15 equals 20. So then we add 15 to both sides, and we end up with 5y equals 35. And the final step is to divide both sides by 5. We get y equals 7. But we are not quite done because the question asked for the measure of angle T. So here's angle T right there, 3y plus 20. Now that we know y is 7, at 3y plus 20, we replace the y with the 7 plus 20, and that would equal 41. Therefore, angle T is 41 degrees. Alright, let's clear that out and move on to number 9. Okay, so number 9 says triangle GHS is regular. That's some important information in this triangle, so that tells us something about all of the sides and all of the angles. And what that tells us is all of the sides are equal and all of the angles are equal. So if we know all three of these angles are equal, what we're going to do is we're going to do 180 divided by 3, and that's going to equal 60. So whenever we have an equilateral, equiangular, or regular triangle, all three of the angles are always 60 degrees. So now that we know angle G is 60 degrees, and we also know it's 7w minus 3, we can now write our equation because 60 degrees and 7w minus 3 are in the same spot on the triangle. That means they're the same thing, which means they are equal to each other. So 7w minus 3 would be equal to 60, and now we just do our algebra. Add 3 to both sides. Get 7w equals 63, divide both sides by 7, and we get w equals 9. So the final answer for this question is w equals 9. And we are on to the final video that I'm making for a question on the homework, and that is number 11. Number 11 is a review problem. We'll clear everything off. So the first thing you should notice in this picture is this 90-degree angle right there. These two angles together then are complementary, which means they equal 90 degrees. So if I add 4m plus 2m minus 3, that should equal 90 degrees. So now we combine like terms and we get 6m minus 3 equals 90. Add 3 to both sides. We get 6m equals 93. And divide both sides by 6. M equals 15. So like I've said a million times, this is an example of two parts together that equal the whole, and the whole amount is 90 degrees.